Time now for ABC4 News Sports with Dana Green.
Well, it's getting closer and closer to when college football players would like to have their players report for workouts if they're going to get a full season in on time. Utes head coach Kyle Whittingham was part of a Zoom conference call, and he hopes to have at least some of his team back in a couple weeks.
We don't have any definitive answers, but there is some talk about maybe June 1 getting introducing small groups back into the weight room. We'll see if that comes to fruition.
Once the players are able to return, Whittingham feels he'd need at least a month and a half to get his team in shape before the season could start.
The sentiment is pretty much 6 weeks would be a minimum. I think that's something that we could live with. If we're presented with less than that, then we've got to adjust accordingly. A typical lead-in is 8 weeks of training in the summer, 4 weeks of fall camps. You've got 12 weeks there. So if we get half that, I think that would be great.
But what about schools and cities that have been hit harder by the pandemic, like Washington, USC, and UCLA? What if they can't start training as soon as schools like Utah and Colorado?
There's imbalances and inequities all across the board in the NC2A, facility-wise, recruiting bases. Nothing's really equal when you really look at it. And so I would hate to see athletes just sitting around that you could be training and getting ready for the season just because other places aren't quite yet to that point.
There's been talk of an 11-game Pac-12 schedule with no non-conference games to keep travel to a minimum.
I think we're still several weeks out from having any real concrete direction on what's going to happen and how things are going to be set up. But that is certainly one of the possibilities. But if it comes to playing a conference schedule, then we're all in, and that's if that's what it takes to get the season in, then that's what we go with.
The Utes need as much time as possible to determine who their starting quarterback's going to be.
We got a glimpse of the three quarterbacks that are battling for the job: Cam Rising, and Jake Bentley, and Drew Lisk. Those guys are going to be the ones that are in the hunt. And come fall camp, whenever that transpires, we got to get that narrowed down to two right away.